Hey, this is Dave from Unipro, and in this video, I'm going to show you a new way to use Facebook hashtags to make sure that more people see your posts and to make sure the right people are seeing your content. Let me show you an example over here. Here's a long form copy post that I wrote. It's a business post looking to attract people who build online businesses. And you can see down at the bottom, I use 3 hashtags here, and there's a very specific strategy as to why I use these. And I'll show you the results. You can see 160 likes, 53 comments, 3 shares, and that's just on an everyday post. You can use the same strategy that I'm going to describe in this video. You can put it on all your Facebook posts to make sure that more people are seeing your content. Let's dive in. So maybe you don't use hashtags on your Facebook content at all. Maybe you wonder, do these work, or did they ever work on Facebook? And maybe you've heard some people say that they're only relevant on Twitter or X, whatever it is you want to call it, maybe on Instagram, maybe on TikTok, but not on Facebook. And that's simply not the case. They definitely do work on Facebook. You just need the right strategy. So first, let's take a look at what's the purpose, the original purpose of hashtags in the first place. Hashtags were added as a feature to Facebook for 2 specific reasons. The first reason was to help users find content that they're interested in. And the second reason was to allow content creators get their content in front of more of the right people. So I'm going to show you an example over here. I'm going to go up to Facebook search, and you can do this with any hashtag. I'm going to type the pound symbol, and then let's just say I was searching for marketing. And you can see that Facebook recommends a bunch of different marketing related hashtags. And if you click on one of these, it's going to take you over to a hashtag page. This is dedicated to only content that has the hashtag marketing. And as you scroll through here, you can look at all the Facebook posts here that have that hashtag marketing. So it's a great way to discover more content that's relevant to you and for content creators to push their content in front of the right people. But there's another use for hashtags as well. I'm going to go back over here to this post where I use 3 specific hashtags. And again, I'll show you my strategy, how I found these 3 hashtags in just a second here. If someone was reading this post and they got some value out of this post and they thought, oh, I'd like to see more content like this, they can actually click right on one of these hashtags. These are automatically hyperlinked. So let's choose this one here. It says Facebook Business. And if I were to click this, it's going to take me directly over to the Facebook Business hashtag page. And you can see here, what's the first post? Well, it's my post, the one we just looked at. And so this is proof as a content creator, you want to use hashtags because it's going to get your content featured on these hashtag pages. So it's really cool from a business creator perspective. And then from a user perspective, this allows people to find all sorts of posts here that are talking about Facebook business based on the hashtags. So that's the traditional purpose of using hashtags on Facebook content. But there's something really cool that's changed about the way Facebook displays content and who it displays your content to. And that's all driven by AI. You're probably very familiar that Facebook, along with all the other big tech companies, they're incorporating AI into everything that they do. And the way that Facebook is doing it right now is through something called their discovery engine. I'm going to take you over here to a quote from Mark Zuckerberg. He said, Reels, so he's talking about content, specifically short form video content, Reels, and our discovery engine remain a priority and major driver of engagement. So what's he saying here? Well, he's saying that short form video content, Reels, that drives a ton of engagement. We all know that. But in addition to Reels, we've got something called the discovery engine that goes across Facebook, looks at billions of pieces of content and decides which ones you might be interested in. So the more clues that you can give to Facebook's discovery engine, the more likely it's going to take your content and put it in front of the right audience. And that's where hashtags can help out. If you use hashtags correctly, your content is going to get shown to more people and get shown to the right people. So how do you do that? What are the best current practices when it comes to using hashtags with your Facebook content? Well, first we need to talk about the number of hashtags to use. I want to encourage you, please do not go and just stuff your posts full of every hashtag you can think of. Instead, you want to keep it to a small number of very focused hashtags. I recommend between 1 to 5. And I'm going to show you a strategy in just a second that'll help you actually pick out what those hashtags are. But it's important to keep it to a small number that doesn't look spammy. 1 to 5 is a good rule of thumb to follow. Next, you might wonder, well, where do you put the hashtags? I'm going to go back and show you an example here. So this is a different example from one of my posts on Facebook. And you can see here at the end of my post, so this is a short form copy post. There's not a whole lot of writing here. But at the end of my post, I've got 3 hashtags. Again, we'll talk about the strategy for these in just a second. This is where you want to put your hashtags, is at the bottom of your post. You can also do it if you're using Facebook Reels. So here's a reel of mine, and we go over and take a look at the description. You'll notice that I've got a short description of what's happening in this reel. And then here are my 1, 2, 3, 4 hashtags. So you want to put it at the bottom of your content, 1 to 5 hashtags. Now, an old strategy you might have heard of, especially if you're doing Instagram marketing, is to stuff your first comment with as many hashtags as you can think about. And we really want to avoid that. That really is old style marketing, and it could actually hurt your post by labeling your post as spam. So keep your hashtags to 1 to 5 and put them inside your content, preferably at the bottom of your post or at the bottom of the description of your reel. Okay, now let's talk about what hashtags you should actually pick for your post. There's 3 steps that I follow. This is the strategy I use. I think about niche, I think think about problem and I think about solution. Let me give you an example here. I'm gonna go over to Facebook and we're gonna use the search up here. And what you want to start with is giving Facebook a hashtag that represents the niche that you operate in. So here's an example. I'm going to use hashtag and I'm going to say Facebook marketing. And that's the niche that I operate in. I help business owners use Facebook marketing to grow their businesses. And you can see Facebook marketing here, 4.5 million posts. And then Facebook also recommends some other hashtags related to Facebook marketing that you might want to choose from. Your goal here is to tell Facebook, hey, this is the niche that I'm operating in. This is who I could help. This is what my business is all about. This is what this piece of content is about. So giving an overall umbrella niche. For me, in this example, I'm going to say this post is all about Facebook marketing. And the second hashtag you want to choose represents the problem that your piece of content is addressing. So let's say you're creating a piece of content, it's about Facebook marketing, and the specific problem that you're helping people with is audience engagement. Let's say you're showing people a new strategy to get more engagement on their social media content. So I might go back here and let's get rid of Facebook marketing, and I'm going to type in audience engagement. And here it is right here. And then Facebook also gave me another suggestion, audience engagement strategy. So your first hashtag represents your niche, and the second hashtag represents the problem that this particular piece of content is addressing. And then finally, the third hashtag that you want to use is what is the solution, or what's the nature of the solution? So let me give you an example again here. Imagine that you're a Facebook marketer, you use Facebook marketing as your niche, then you use audience engagement representing the problem. Let's say you're talking about a new way to do Facebook Live or a trick to do within your Facebook Lives. You might go here and I'm going to search for Facebook. I need to spell it correctly. I'm going to say Facebook Live. And you can see here this hashtag has 13 million posts and 16,000 people follow this particular post, which this is actually a good example. When you use this particular hashtag, there's a high likelihood that some of those people who are following that hashtag will see your piece of content. And that's the whole goal for you as a content creator or a business owner, is to use hashtags strategically so the Facebook algorithm, the AI built into the algorithm, picks up your post and distributes it to your right leads. Now, speaking of leads, if your goal is to get your content in front of people so they engage with your content so that you can get them into a conversation and book a sales call, well, I've recorded a really good strategy that we use to book sales calls in 6 minutes or less. And this works with warm leads. It works with cold leads. It's super effective on Facebook. So if you're booking sales calls and you want to check out the process that we use to book lots of sales calls through Facebook, go ahead in the description of this video. I'll put a link there and you can access the entire resource and use our strategy. So now you've chosen 3 particular hashtags. Let's go over and we'll create a post. And I'm just going to say this is a test post. And then at the bottom of this post, to insert the hashtags, very simple. You type the £, and then we choose the post that we selected earlier. So I've got Facebook marketing, and then that was the niche, and then the problem was audience engagement. There it is. And then the solution we're talking about is Facebook Live. And you can see it gave an example here, Facebook live stream. Now I'm going to just use Facebook Live. And then I can go ahead and publish this post. Now you might look at that and think, well, why don't I just put the hashtags right here? Why did I bother searching those in the first place? And I'm going to show you a little tip here that can help you find secret hashtags that might not come up in the Facebook search right away. And let's go back to the problem that we're addressing. So I'm going to type in audience engagement. I'm going to click on that. And let me leave this page here. It's going to take me over to the audience engagement hashtag page. And what you can do when you're on this page, audience engagement, is you can scroll through and look for posts perhaps from your competitors to see what other hashtags they're using. So I'll actually go to an example that I found here. So as I was scrolling through that audience engagement page, I came across this. And this page is all about getting more engagement on Facebook. Let's take a look at their hashtags. They're using digital marketing insights, social media strategy, audience engagement, Facebook ads mastery, and ad campaign optimization. Now, if any of those hashtags are relevant to my business or my audience, I might choose to use those as well. And perhaps these are hashtags that wouldn't have come up in Facebook search. So that's a great way to uncover other popular hashtags. And I want to show you one more hashtag trick that could get your content in front of a lot more people. And that's to use trending topics as an additional hashtag. So I show you how to get 3 hashtags, but you might add a 4th using a trending topic. So as an example, I'm going to go and type in, let's say Taylor Swift is a trending hashtag. 5.2 million posts, 15,000 people following. So you could hashtag Taylor Swift inside your post if that's actually relevant to your piece of content or relevant to your audience. What you don't want to do is go and pick trending topics like this that have nothing to do with your audience, they have nothing to do with your content, and stuff those into your post. That could actually hurt your post because Facebook could show your post to people who are interested in Taylor Swift. Those people aren't going to be interested in whatever your business post is all about. They're not going to engage with your post, and that's actually going to depress your algorithm. Therefore, future people aren't going to see that particular piece of content. But let's use a different example. Imagine that you're reviewing new tech and you want to use a trending topic of Apple Vision Pro You might type in Apple Vision Pro. You might actually use that as a hashtag because people who are interested in Apple Vision Pro are going to be interested in your tech review. That's a neat little trick to use trending topics in your hashtags to boost the performance of your posts. And those are the strategies that I use to make sure my content gets in front of more people and gets in front of the right people. But in full transparency, I do also have a secret weapon that allows my content to get seen by way more people. And that secret weapon is Unipro. And if you never checked out Unipro before, you got to check it out. Go over to unipro.com. Unipro is a tool that goes out on a Facebook. It finds your ideal leads. It brings those leads over into your audience. It sparks your algorithm and makes sure your leads see your content, engage with your content, and it strikes up conversations with your leads on your behalf so that you can make sales more quickly. Unipro has been a game changer for my online business, and I know it will be for you. Definitely go check it out at unipro.com. Well, that's what I've got for you in this video. If this video is helpful, give it a like. And if you have any comments or questions about using hashtags on your Facebook content, leave those below. I'm happy to help out. And again, if you're building your business and you're using Facebook and you haven't checked out Unipro yet, you got to check it out. Go over to unipro.com. I know you're going to love it. Thanks for checking out this video. Can't wait to see you in the next video.